plank, walk the plank, do the plank, wood plank. That's all I got. I did some plank today. 10 minutes. Again, I did 10 sets of 1 minute plank. Again, today I did a little bit of a different approach. I actually did a little exercise circuit. So I grabbed my 40-pound kettlebell, and this was the circuit. 20 kettlebell goblet squats, followed by a 1 minute plank. Follow that up with 20 kettlebell lunges, and follow that up with another 1 minute plank. And I did that 5 times total. So 100 total goblet squats, 100 total lunges, and 100, no, 10 minutes of planking. And that was it. That was my plank for today. I got through these fairly quickly. I did leave them for later in the day. However, maybe tomorrow I will get back to doing them early in the morning. That was a lot nicer yesterday, not having to think about plank for the rest of the day. That was honestly really nice, so I should bring that back. Today's day 4 that I have been in plank purgatory, and I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand the plank. I didn't really like my form today. I watched some of the video over. My legs are fairly low, like my knees are kind of close to the ground, and I don't like that. Optimally, I would like my hips, my shoulders, my hips, and my feet or my heels to form a straight line. And I would like to also actually stay stiff, stay in control the whole time. Sometimes I will go easy on the plank, I'll go nice and easy, and I'll be kind of limp, honestly. I'll be kind of limp holding the plank. My midsection will fall a little bit, but optimally with the plank, I believe that you want to have a bit of posterior pelvic tilt. I believe that's what it is. Or maybe it's an anterior pelvic tilt. I gotta look that up. Anyways, you're supposed to tilt your pelvis, your hips, right? You're supposed to have a bit of flex in the hips, kind of like you're doing a crunch. Not enough to where you're compromising the actual form of the plank, just enough of some tension, some flexion in the lower abs to where you bring everything up, you keep it tight. That's the way I understand it. I'm not really capable of articulating it that well yet because I don't understand it that well yet. I do understand that there is a specific way that you should be performing a plank. I'm starting to get my brain around that idea. One thing that I implemented yesterday and I did again today is my hand position. So hands face down. I think I did that the second day of plank purgatory as well. Hands down. I'm not holding my hands together. or squeezing them or doing prayer hands. Sometimes I still will do that. I'll admit I do that still. However, I am actively trying to put my hands flat on the ground, stay grounded, I don't really know what it does. Maybe it just widens my base, it widens the foundation. I don't know if it actually helps with the plank position. It's just something else to implement. The plank on its own can be very boring, very monotonous, so any little adjustment you can make is appreciated. Sometimes I will focus on flexing my abs, really flexing my abs. Sometimes I don't think about it and I kind of just let my abs do whatever they want. I don't think that's the right approach. I do think I should be taking an active approach in this. I should be engaging my abs, at least to a certain degree. Maybe I shouldn't be flexing them super hard. However, I should be engaging them to a certain degree. I shouldn't be letting my body droop. That's one thing I noticed watching today's video over. I don't know if it's the camera angle. I think the camera angle does have a part to play. It makes it seem like I am staying really, really, really low to the ground, and I don't like that. I think I should have some distance between me and the ground. I think I should be acting as a sort of bridge. I'm learning. I'm getting the hang of this thing. Today's only day 4, so I might have a long, long, long road ahead of me. As far as I know, I do. I'm not sure where I will be drawing the line with this thing. Lately, doing these 1-minute planks has been kind of exhausting, honestly. More so mentally than physically. Today, because I did that circuit, it was mentally not that bad at all. When I'm mixing up my exercises, I could get through it no problem. When I'm doing one thing over and over and over and over again, it could get really boring. And with something like a plank, I just don't want to get back in that position. I could do 1,000 push-ups in a day. I could do 1,000 push-ups in probably like 2 hours if I really put my mind to it. However, that's something that isn't constantly bearing on me. I would rather do 1,000 push-ups in a day than a 10-minute plank, honestly. Not 10 minutes of plank, but a 10-minute plank. The time under tension is such a big factor. With push-ups, with other exercises, you get some break, you get a respite. Even during the actual exercise, like you go down, you're under some tension, push up, and that tension is somewhat relieved. You can't do that forever. However, you could do that for quite a long time. Now, same with squats. I squat down, I'm under tension, I get back up, and I'm relieved. Maybe the weight is bearing down on me if I'm doing weighted squats. Maybe if I've done 500 reps, my legs are super pumped up and starting to hurt or just not comfortable. It's not the same as 5 minutes time under tension. It's not the same as holding that, staying in it, and continuously deciding I am going to stay in this. I'm not going to stop doing this. Plank is not freaking easy. I could say that much. That's one thing I am definitely sure of, having started this plank purgatory thing. Plank's not easy. And it definitely is a skill. It definitely is something with a learning curve. There are definitely adjustments that I can be making and I will be making. This has been Plank Purgatory, Day 4.